Welcome, and thank you for joining us on another segment of The Truth Uncovered. I am your investigator and host, Tim Groover.
Hope there's someone who'll take care of me.
If you've been following the program, you've already been exposed to some of the hidden truths of the world. In previous segments, I've brought to light the cow menace, the secret ant uprising, and the government's plot to shorten autumn. In the last segment, I discovered and presented the heinous plan to cut my program funding. However, in this segment, I will discuss a truth that will shake the foundation of our great nation. The question being asked now, is speech really free? Yes, free speech is the topic of tonight's segment. Every American is guaranteed this right in the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights, but I have shocking new evidence to prove that this is not always true. There is an injustice afoot, sneaking through the shadows, limiting speech, and quieting the masses. As you are already aware, I was an inside reporter at the network, uncovering the true stories and sharing them with the public. But one day I was approached, and I was told my words were costing the station in cash, viewers, and advertisers. But how could words cost if speech is free? I had to dig deeper. Unwilling to yield in my search, I was forcibly removed from my post. I asked my blue escorts why, and they replied they had direct orders from the chief. These orders were nothing more than a set of words, a speech if you will, and the chief, she gets paid for giving these orders. Therefore, her speech is not free as well. And so I continued my investigation, but not long after, a letter arrived at my door, ordering me to refrain from collecting intel. The words stated that failure to do so would result in a great personal cost. I couldn't believe it. More words costing. All the signs were pointing in one direction, but I had to be sure. And so I took to the streets and found many an example of blatant violations of the First Amendment. I found that all creation and distribution of words cost money, from the pens, paper, printers, and ink used in creation to the books, magazines, and newspapers used in distribution. Even electronic words on phones and laptops required power, subscriptions, or internet services to share or read. I had finally uncovered the truth that was the lie of free speech. And therefore, a dramatic and a grand public demonstration had to be made. The unaware populace had the right to know what was going on. And so I paid for words in the form of paint and wrote out the truth, a beautifully crafted message that all could see from near and far. Unsurprisingly, the network did not appreciate the gesture, and once again, I find myself paying for words. Thank you for tuning in. This has been your host, Tim Groover. And as always, keep trying to uncover the truth.
When night covers the sky, you find yourself doing